Hi, my name is Ashley. Welcome back to Life Beyond Locks. Today I'm going to be looking at a brand new topper from the new Uniwigs topper line. It's all Swiss lace top, ultra breathable toppers. And today we're going to be looking at one of the smaller caps in the lineup called Featherlight. I apologize for the lighting. It is storming outside today, just nonstop rain. So even though it's the middle of the day, it's quite dark right now. We're doing what we can with the lighting here, but I do apologize. Okay, so Featherlight, let's talk about her. She is a 6x6 cap of entirely hand-tied topper. So this is Swiss lace, it's ultra breathable, and it does mean that it's going to feel very lightweight on your hair. It's going to have lots of movement, and it has great craftsmanship because every single hair in this piece has been tied on by hand. You have 4 clips around the perimeter for security, and lace that does need to be further cut once you have this in your home. So they give you enough lace that you can decide how far back you want to go to maximize your comfort and your preference in terms of the aesthetics when you get it. So she's a 6x6 cap, as I said. She comes in a 16-inch length right now, and there are multiple color options. This one that I'm showing here is called Mousse Brown. It is a beautiful medium brown color. I feature it a lot because it matches really well with my hair. It's a medium brown that is mixed with highlights. The highlights add dimension, which of course, if you're a thin-haired girl, you know that the dimension helps your hair to look fuller and look thicker, but it's also a hack when it comes to blending a hair topper because it makes it more likely to match with your bio hair, even if you don't have a perfect color match. It kind of conceals it. It's a little trick. This piece also comes with layers built right in. So when you get it, it's very wearable right out of the box. You're going to see when I put it on, it has face framing layers, both shorter ones and then longer ones as you go down into the full length. Please also note that Uniwigs is super generous with their length, so the 16 inches that you're getting are going to be from the bottom of the cap down. The clips they've used are the pressure sensitive clips. They're comfortable. They should not do any damage to your hair if worn properly, or at least they haven't in my experience. And they went with a lighter color so that they're more transparent should the wind blow at the top of your head. Because this topper is a smaller topper, it does mean that you're not going to have maximum coverage. So that it's all hand tied means, you know, that if the wind blows and you're sort of walking and the wind blows up behind you, so this is the back of the topper, it's still gonna look like natural scalp underneath, which is really a nice touch. It's 130% density, but it's 130% density for a hand-tied lace top 6x6 topper. So I'll put it on and you'll see it's not heavy coverage. This is ideal for someone who has mild to moderate hair loss. So if you're in the early stages of hair loss, this might be a good option for you. It's also a good option for somebody who you don't need to have experience wearing toppers per se, but you have to have a willingness probably to wear a bit of glue because the lace in the front is going to lift without it. Why would you want to go down that road? Well, when I put it on, you're going to see how natural the hairline looks. So it's a bit of a trade-off. You might have to get a little bit of the got2b glue. It's very cheap at the drugstore to secure the piece when you're wearing it, but it's going to give you beautiful lift, beautiful movement, and it's going to look like a natural hairline with this transparent lace. One thing that I did notice as I was taking a look at this over by the window where it's a little bit brighter is that it appears that they have center part bleached knots. Now I can't confirm this because I didn't see it on the specs from Uniwigs, but I'm gonna get really close and I'm gonna show you what happens when I bring my hand right up to the camera. I think we're adjusting there. So you can see right through to my hand, which suggests to me I don't see any knots, that the knots have been bleached in that area. You are, however, able to part this hair anywhere else in this lace top. Because it's all been hand tied, it's going to look really great and natural. So I'll just move it over to the side for now. Now you will this time, however, see perhaps on camera, I'll see if I can get it to pick up, some single knots there. So I believe that this has a pre-bleached middle part, but despite that, I think you can wear it anywhere. The knots are not aggressive. They're very small. I'm not just saying that, they truly are really small. Even at other parts of the hairline, you know, if you were to flip it back over here, those knots are not big. So I think you have a lot of freedom with this one to part it. And then of course, if you didn't want to keep the middle part, you can just adjust the part and then put either some powder, like your face powder, or some scar tape. Uniwigs sells packs of 10, I believe, some scar tape in the line there, and then it'll always kind of keep that lighter scalp look. So be mindful of that. If I take something that's very dark, so let's say my bio hair is pretty dark, but it's hard to do with a demonstration. So I'm going to just take this piece of black material and I put it underneath the part, you kind of lose the scalp appearance, right? So it is important that you either part your own hair in the same place before putting on the topper, or that you just get some scar tape and keep it underneath so that it always looks like that natural light scalp color, or whatever color your scalp is. Okay, so I think we're ready to try this one on. She's gonna come to you straight. She is made of Burmese hair, however, and so that means that after you wash her, or if you get her wet, she's going to turn a little bit wavy. And the Burmese hair has a natural texture that I find to be really fluffy, light, and definitely wavy, which I think is a benefit because it does mean that you can straight iron it if you want to get it back to this flat state. I definitely recommend using a bit of a silicone mix as well to help with that. Or you can leave it wavy, and if you have some wave in your hair naturally, it's going to be a really natural look on you. Okay, so when it comes to putting the lace, as I said, you can part it exactly where you intend to wear it, which for me is going to be just slightly off center. Maybe we'll go actually straight center. Or you can push it straight back your hair if you prefer, and just, like I said, conceal the hairline underneath. And what normally toppers, what happens is you want to place them a little bit further back and cover the transition line with your own biological hair. But here, because of the lace, it's going to create a natural hairline where I have none. So you can see, well, I have one, but it's very weak. This is going to create a much fuller and more realistic looking hairline than, let's say, a silk top topper. So I'm going to get it right to the spot that I want it, and then go ahead and clip it in place. Like that. So if you're wondering what's going on with the lace here, so the way that lace works on a wig, so if you are a wig wearer, or maybe you're not and you're just kind of curious to know what's up with this lace, when I'm wearing a lace top wig, the tension by pulling it completely around my head is going to get the lace nice and flush if it's properly fitted to me. That is almost not achievable in a topper, especially if you have a smaller topper, because the tension is just from here to here where I put the clips. So what we do is we would take a little bit of glue, and you can just buy wig glue on Amazon, or as I said, you can get some Got2b glue, which is a gel from your drugstore, and just put a little bit of it on your forehead, let it get tacky, and then just go ahead and pat down your lace and it'll stick in place. Now, you wouldn't want to do it exactly as it is. This lace, I would say, is a little bit too long. So I would be cutting it back just a little bit, probably to about there, so that there's about 1/4 of an inch left, and then glue it down. And then you will have an ultra realistic looking scalp. And you can see that, like as I pull it really tight here, it becomes increasingly invisible. And it would be more so if I had it cut even shorter. But what this does mean is that when it's glued down, you know, I can play with my hair and it'll stay in the front. It'll have that nice natural lift, and nobody will know because it'll be glued in place. It won't be lifting. So you can toss your hair around. You can flip it over if you're someone who likes to do that with your hair. And because it's all hand tied, there's so much lift and so much movement that truly it's going to look ultra natural. So this one is perfect for summer if you, as I said, don't have super heavy hair loss, because it's so light. Once it's clipped in my head, I don't really feel it at all. It weighs very little and it's super breathable. And the benefit, of course, of a topper is that my own biological hair is what's underneath instead of a wig. So I can get this right up off my neck, either in a low ponytail. Face framing pieces really help with this in terms of making it look more natural. So I could take a claw clip and do something like that, right? I could even do a low updo of some sort because there's plenty of length here if I was going to an event. So lots of options. I'll give you a full 360 so you can take a look at it from all sides. So this is my left side. The back. The right side. Really great. I also love that when Uniwigs colored their pieces, they typically will put, if there's dimension, they're going to put the lighter color right in the front. So you end up with these sort of money pieces that help to brighten your face all over. I think that that's a really good coloring decision on their part. When it comes to sizing, you only have the option of the 16-inch right now, but that's going to give you plenty of length. I think you saw the length of my bio hair to start with, and there's ample room here. If you don't like this length, of course, you can take it to your stylist and they can trim it right up for you to meet your specifications. And Uniwigs really talks about that a lot, the benefits of customizing your pieces to really make them work for you. But I am such an out-of-the-box girl that even though this is a little bit longer than my bio hair, I would be rocking it anyways because I think it looks realistic. I don't think anybody's gonna know by looking at me that this isn't my hair. I don't think it matters if it's a perfect blend. It's close enough, and that lace really does help to make it almost invisible. So there you go. This is Featherweight, the first one. I think it's the smallest one in the lineup, and then they get increasingly bigger. I do really like this piece, especially if you don't need a lot of coverage. For me, I generally like to go a little bit heavier, but I could totally see the benefit of having this in my topper closet in the summer months, just to give me that option to have it off my neck because of the length, to just feel cooler, not feel super warm. So this is a good one from Uniwigs for sure. If you have any questions about it, drop them below in the comments, please. I'm happy to answer. If I don't know the answer, I'll find out the answer. Thank you for being here, and let me know if you would wear a lace top topper. If this is something that you've considered, what questions do you have about wearing them? Let me know. Thanks for being here.